Hello, my name is Ryan, and today my group and I will be discussing statistics and gambling. What is statistics and gambling? Gambling is an activity where you try to beat the odds in a game for the chance to get rich quick. The probability of winning these games is usually pretty low, which is why casinos are such a profitable business. By using simple probability math, casinos and gamblers can figure out their chances of profiting. Now we're going to explain how to apply it. If probability A is less than probability B, then event B is more likely to occur. To find the probability, you must find the number of winning outcomes over the total number of outcomes. On a coin, there are two outcomes, heads or tails. You can only bet on one. So you bet on tails, the probability is 1 over 2, or a 50% chance of winning. Now I'll give you a more specific example. Should you play this game? Your friend offers you $1 if you can roll a 1 on a die, $3 if you can roll a 3, and 5 if you can roll a 5. However, you pay the dollar amount equal to the number rolled if it lands on an even.
Hi, my name is Kathleen, and I will be talking about the statistics in poker. So, in the game of poker, as many of you know, you use a deck of cards to play the game. There are 52 cards in a deck with 4 suits. Those suits are clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. The cards are numbered from highest to lowest, the lowest being 2, then it goes 3 to 10, then jack, queen, king, and ace being the highest. The odds of you getting a jack on your first hand is 1 in 13, and the odds of you getting a heart on your first hand is 1 in 4. If you receive a jack as your first card, there are 3 left in the deck of 52 cards, making the odds of getting another jack 3 in 52. So, getting dealt a pair of aces is extremely low in poker. So the calculations to figure out the odds of being dealt a pair of aces is 4 divided by 52 times 3 divided by 51. So you're doing 4 divided by 52 because there's 4 cards in a suit, and divided by 52 because there's 52 cards in total, times 3 divided by 51 because if you take one of those cards away, you've got 3 left, and then if you also take one away, you've got 51. So the next step from there, after you do those calculations, you're left with 12 divided by 2,653, and from there you go from 1 divided by 221, which makes your percentage of being dealt a pair of aces 0.45%, which is extremely low. So you'd be very lucky to get dealt a pair of aces. This is a chart just showing your hold versus your opponent's hold and also the probability of winning. So this is just a really great visual of everything I was talking about before. So if you have a high card and your opponent has 2 low cards, your probability of winning is 83%. And then from there, it just gets lower. And you can see on the second line, it says if you have a high pair and your opponent has a low pair, your probability of winning is 82%. So it is going down each time. And on the bottom of the chart, if you have 2 high cards and your opponent has a low pair, your probability of winning is 55%. So it does get lower each time, but you still have a good chance of winning.
Now I will elaborate more on how statistics plays a role in gambling through a game of roulette. Roulette is a game of chance where the gambler places the bet on a table involving 0 to 36 numbered slots colored either black, red, or green, only in the case of 0. By winning the bet if the same number or a combination of numbers and colors on the table as betted on is highlighted when the ball stops added after rolling on the spinning colored number slots. The winner of the bet gets a payout based on the size of the bet made constructed on the numbers and colors on the table, or the amount of bet that has been put in. This does seem like a game of chance or a game of probability as well. Players choose by declaring the type of bet they want to go with. Namely, the bet can either be an inside bet, which is to place a bet on any of the numbers seen on the inside of the table, an outside bet, that is to place a bet on the color of the number, or a group of numbers such as even or odd, or an announced bet. thought to be an advanced move, but these involve complex patterns of numbers and colors to cover a big area for a big payout. The game of roulette can be interpreted statistically completely to understand how each party of the game, be it the player or the casino, has a certain probability for the profitable event to happen for them while putting in their own money and risk to make it more. It's all about that chance of getting that desired event out of the number of times that routine has been carried out to make some win or lose. The likeliness of the desired outcome can be calculated by knowing the favorable outcomes divided by the possible outcomes, which can give us an idea on the likeliness on the chance of us winning. So to place a more calculated bet instead, this table shows us the percentage of a player winning if the right bet is made based on the statistical calculation, which is simply dividing the probable outcome by the possible outcomes. The more the bets, the closer we can reach the winning probability. So in this table here, if the bet is on a single number, so since the single number is just one out of the 38 calculated ones or the possible outcomes, hence the winning probability is just going to be 2.6%. Similarly goes on for the two number. If the bet is placed on a two number combination, since the numbers are only two, which are the desired outcomes, out of the possible outcomes, which are 38, hence the chance of winning is only 5.30%. Similarly, in this table, we can see a number of combinations on the numbers or the colors that can increase our chance of winning. It should be noted here that the calculation is out of a 38 because there are a total of 38 slots, including 2 zeros. This concludes our presentation on our topic. We thank you all very much for listening.